Using my truck as the guinea pig because I got to get back on the road. You know, there's a lot of people out here that actually don't think I'm a truck driver, Terry.
Really?
Yeah, because they look at me and they go, this guy just interviews people on YouTube.
He's a real driver. I've known him for years.
Hey, yeah, there we
Driving
go.
for North American, hauling that furniture around. You decide you want to go from Florida to Maine, you're going to call a guy just like him. I like it. I like it. And in case you guys are wondering what I'm looking for, just shine the light across the pulleys. Make sure that they're all spinning straight and true and not wobbling.
This is almost something great to look at when you're buying a new used truck.
I probably do 25 or 30 pre-purchase.
You guys do that at your shop?
We did at our shop.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because if you as a driver, you're looking at this truck, you want to buy it. See? But you're a driver.
Right.
You're not a mechanic.
Right.
Every driver doesn't know every intimate part of his truck. Legally, it has to be done once a year. That's legal.
Recommendations, though?
Recommendations every 6 months.
Okay.
At least every 6 months, your truck should go to a certified center and have a certified mechanic go over it, and at least 20 or 30 points needs to be looked at and ensure that there's no problem and that there's not going to be any problems for sure within the next 6 months. Everything works.
And I'm letting people know, Terry, we just turned on the camera, so I was hoping you were going to, because every damn year Terry finds something and I got to fix it. It is what it is. What's going on, mother truckers? I got my guy Terry here at the Cummings Leasing, man. They do all sorts of good work. You know, I got to get my D.O.T. inspection because...
How y'all doing?
How have you been, brother?
We've been good.
You been good?
Busy.
Busy?
Busy.
Man.
Non-stop.
You know, for everyone, all the mother truckers, that's why I call my community. They don't know. Me and Terry are friends, man. I've been talking about this YouTube and this passion of helping people since I was like thinking about it. So it's crazy that at this time is like we talked off camera, brother.
And that's beautiful that it actually you get to live the American dream.
Ain't that something?
It is.
Man, just helping people?
Just helping people and getting through their daily grind and the stuff that goes on in life during the everyday. If people don't get out and experience it, you can't even imagine what goes on during the day.
That's
just
true.
to get through the day. See, has its own challenges.
How long have you been doing this, brother? Because you know, I've known you now for the last at least 6 years, you know.
Well, I've been working on the big trucks professionally for about 20 years. I've been tampering with cars for over 45.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So if I'm good at my math, that means you're 39 years old.
Yeah, at least. At least.
You know,
at a minimum.
You know, this right here, people, is not a sponsored video. My guy, Terry, we're good friends. And, you know, I'm getting my DOT inspection, so I kind of just want to walk them through that.
We're just here to perform a normal, everyday, regular inspection.
So tell people that are on the couch that don't know anything about trucking what the hell this is and why do we need it?
Well, it's a vital purpose. See, at least every 6 months, a commercial vehicle needs to have a good look over to make sure that nothing's falling off, nothing's going wrong. It is DOT compliant. You're safe to operate. You know, Lord knows you don't want an 80,000-pound truck riding around that he'll be safe to operate casually, comfortably, just get in it and ride and do his thing and make a living for his family.
No, I love it. I love it, Terry. And so today we're going to do a full inspection. For some of you, this might be boring, but for people that are here to learn and educate themselves, because safety protocols are extremely important in trucking.
This is a vital part of every trucker's life. It has to be done. Like I said, the Department of Transportation requires that it has to be, DOT has to be performed at least once a year. But the whole world knows, as much as these trucks ride the roads and what they go through every day, they should be looked at a little more often than that, you know. Now, they have regular preventive maintenance inspections that are done with we call them PMIs, where they bring them in and they have the oil changed and everything. And they get a somewhat look over then, you know. But they don't touch base on a lot of everything. You need to have a good look. Check the brakes and tires and lights and look at the chassis and make sure it's sound, because what these trucks go through in a day-to-day business, all kinds of bad things happen to it, and the driver may not always be aware of it.
I got you, brother. So let's get to this. And, you know, I'm using my truck as the guinea pig because I got to get back on the road. You know, there's a lot of people out here that actually don't think I'm a truck driver, Terry.
Really?
Yeah, because they look at me and they go, this guy just interviews people on YouTube.
He's a real driver. I've known him for years.
Hey, yeah, there we
Driving
go.
for North American, hauling that furniture around. You decide you want to go from Florida to Maine, you're going to call a guy just like him. He's going to show up your house, pack your stuff in his trailer nice, neat, and safe, and haul it to where you're going. And that's what the world goes round. I mean, you see, lots full, and this goes on every day worldwide.
I hear it.
And he's a part of it.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Regardless of whether he's holding the camera right now, that's his truck right there. And he'll be in it riding off here one day real soon. And
yeah, we'll get it. I'm hoping to not embarrass myself and that this thing passes, but we'll see.
We actually don't find any real, oh my God.
Let's see.
One never knows.
One never knows. Thanks for being my superstar today, brother.
Let's have a look.
Yes, sir.
And we'll go over here and have a look and see make sure that there's nothing falling apart.
I hope. My girl Jenna's Jeep was falling apart, so I'm hoping this doesn't. So let's see what you look at, and you know, of course, people, anything that's wrong, we'll fix it.
Well, you walk up and you just take a visual and make sure that there are no body parts that are broken or actually falling off. Not that the driver wouldn't notice that, but some of them don't care.
Hey, the truth is the truth, brother.
The truth is the truth. I run into them every day.
You know, I love it. I love it.
Everyone talks about your slum-lord apartment owners. Well, listen, I got slum-lord truck drivers.
There's a lot of them.
Where they just bubble gum, duct tape, and bungee cord them together, and that's not the way to do it. That's unsafe, you know? He's driving down the road and that bungee cord breaks and the bumper falls off and ends up on the windshield of somebody's Mercedes. I said, that's not what anybody wants to see, and that's the purpose of my job. See, to prevent any of that happening. If I find that, well, then I fail his inspection because the bumper has to be firmly attached. Not by bungee cords.
It's not by bungee cord. It's by duct tape. No,
it's duct tape. Duct tape. Not bungee cord, it's a duct tape.
Just do your thing, brother. So at this point, I'm just talking through, and then I am going to just be filming, you know.
And we just wander around, make some pertinent details on the truck.
Let me get the keys. We gave you some keys.
Get some keys, and we'll have a look around.
Have a look to see.
See what we got going here. Will it run?
I don't know. I haven't turned it on in a while. And I did the joke the other day where I said to fix any lights, I did a black marker.
Lights up.
Oh, that's good.
That's a positive note.
Well, this trailer always sucks, though.
It's a positive note.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Wait, give me a second, put it in neutral. Yeah.
Always make sure it's in neutral.
Got it.
Outstanding. Make sure everything, some of the little details. A lot of people don't realize the importance of simple things like a windshield washer. Okay? It has to work. It's a D.O.T. required item. And besides, do you really want that 80,000 pound truck driving around without being able to see ahead of him clearly?
It gets dangerous.
It gets dangerous. He gets bugs all over the window. Maybe he doesn't see that car in front of him clearly and misjudges the distance and gives it a little tap. A little tap from this guy could be terrible. So we just make sure that all the little things actually do work that people take for granted. You know, I know a lot of you out there maybe haven't even checked the washer fluid in your cars. Believe it or not, in a commercial vehicle, it's a $250 fine. That if a D.O.T. officer finds it not there, see, if he wants to see it and it's not available present upon demand, he can fine you $250.
Wow.
Just for no washer fluid. Just because he can, because it's that important. It must, just like the lights. See, all the lights need to work. Looks like most of these do.
We'll go wherever, Al. Wherever you want to go, I'm following you. If we're going under, I'm going under too.
Well, that's next. In case you guys are wondering what I'm looking for, just shine the light across the pulleys. Make sure that they're all spinning straight and true and not wobbling. The driver may not notice that. You got a wobbling pulley, could be a sign of something going bad soon. So you just look at everything careful. It's part of the inspection just to make sure nothing's going to fall off. Give everything a good little glance over and make sure there's no, oh my God, oil leaks.
Do I have any right now?
No, you're good. You're good. Looks nice and dry. A little buildup, but they all do that a little bit. Nothing's perfect. You just don't want to see giant basketball puddles in the floor, you know? Because they haven't done it yet. DOT is trying to develop guidelines on how much a truck is allowed to leak. They're trying because they got those EPA guys up there and they start thinking about all those millions of trucks riding around the roads all day and they're all dripping oil in the streets. And that just gives those guys the jeebies, you know, they're like, oh my God, that's gallons and gallons, barrels of oil every year spread all over the country. We got to figure out a way to stop that, control that, fine people for that so we get more money and make them fix it. So they haven't done it, but they are working on it. So up until now, you can pour as much as you want, but they don't like it. I just look because it's a moving truck. This truck is going to be in somebody's front yard. I don't want, when it leaves, to leave a giant stain in front of their house they're going to have to live with for years. And we just make sure he's not missing any lug nuts. You gotta have all 10. They all gotta look in good condition. Can't be missing one. One stops the truck, he's out of service. Look around. Oh, I see you had a carrier bearing replaced.
Yep. I try to take care of things when people tell me to.
Yeah. Proper maintenance. Proper maintenance. Because this is your livelihood. You need this to work when you need it to work. You don't want it to break down. You get in and drive away, and 10 minutes later you're on the side of the road. You're unhappy. The people that's waiting on this cargo is going to be unhappy. It's not good for nobody. Waiting for proper air pressure. I want to hear it pop off, then we'll do an air leak test. Make sure he ain't got nothing sneaking up on him. Apply full pressure for about 5 seconds. You listen, watch gauges, make sure you don't hear anything escaping anywhere. You can verify that it has no leaks, and it's safe to operate. And now, we get the interesting portion of the show. We grab the creeper and we roll under it and have a good look and make sure there's nothing sneaking up on us.
Do we have an extra creeper?
I don't have an extra.
All right, I'm going in
Don't
jungle
have an
style.
extra. I don't have, looks like he's gonna do this commando style.
I love it. Let's go. I always think about the camera guys in action movies.
Oh yeah, I have to chase around everything.
Yeah.
And go through all of that. This is my sort of my home away from home. I spend 10 hours a day in this truck riding around the county.
Looks clean, Terry.
Yeah, she's a little dirty. I stay too busy. I tell you, you want to know the quality of your mechanic. Well, if he shows up in a nice, pretty, squeaky clean truck, that means he's got plenty of time on his hand to keep that truck squeaky clean. Because he ain't doing much for people. But if you got one that's dirty, he stays so busy he ain't got time to be cleaning his truck because he's always doing something for somebody all the time. I run nonstop.
It looks organized. Come on out, Terry.
You gotta have it organized. You gotta have organization. It may look a little organized chaos.
I think you're just OCD. It looked great to me.
I know where everything is. I put it there. See? So let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what nearly 300,000 miles has done to you.
Uh-huh. I got more than that.
You make sure you look at all the chassis cross members. They're none of them rotted through or getting weakened by age. Look at all of the brakes. Make sure there's nothing leaking on them. They're all in good quality. Plenty of life left on all the shoes. No leaks on any of the major components. Roll around, look at all your drive shafts. Make sure everything is still in nice condition and sound, which this one is. Not even too dirty. These up here, not many engine leaks.
Well, remember when I had that problem, I got that fixed. That was expensive.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, not much of anything you do on these is cheap. Not too bad. No rotted out cross members. Sweet. I like it. I like it. No exhaust leaks. Because Lord knows you don't want an exhaust leak. Carbon monoxide's the silent killer.
Right?
Driver don't even know it. He's riding along, and next thing he knows, he's passed out. Carbon monoxide's passed him out, and he's running over folks. So we want to make sure you got no exhaust leaks at all. I'm a real picky about that.
You're picky about everything, Terry.
Yeah, I like to make sure they're safe. And well, some people think it's picky. Some people think I'm a pain in the butt. But
yeah, you're not actually the D.O.T. inspector guy people want when they want something safe, or like when they're trying to do it with the duct tape.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna like me because that's not gonna fly. Because if I wouldn't drive it and I wouldn't like being behind it, I'm not gonna pass it because it's just you just can't do things that way. Not with a commercial vehicle. You might get away with it with your own pickup, but not in a commercial vehicle. There's too many things that can go on. There's too many variables. There's too many people around you. It's not only you. See, you need to think about it. You got to think about the public around you. This car strikes, this truck weighs 80,000 pounds. It hits anything in front of it. The damage is going to be catastrophic. Just think how small a little Toyota is, or God knows, a smart car. A smart car versus this, he runs it over like it's a beer can. We just can't have that, you know? It needs to be safe to operate. And this one looks like he's going to make it.
I'm actually gonna pass for once.
They're actually going to pass. Tires are in great shape. I haven't seen anything that's alarmed me.
Oh yeah, I got new tires last year.
I seen that.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that's alarming me. Everything works.
And I'm letting people know, Terry, we just turned on the camera, so I was hoping you were gonna, because every damn year Terry finds something and I gotta fix it. It is what it is.
And this year
I'm up to fix.
he's nothing to fix. He's okay this year.
Hey, I heard
Last
that.
couple of times I have got him on a few things.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Fix it.
It is what it is.
It's a working machine, right?
It doesn't last forever. Stuff wears out. These trucks are hard on stuff. And it wears out. Nothing lasts forever. You know, except maybe baby diapers. But this one's going to make it.
It's gonna make it for once.
This one's going to make it. This was your year.
It's my year. Oh man, I got so much love for you, Terry. You know, I'm just letting all you mother truckers know. You know, there's a lot of guys that go to these really crap shops that pass anybody. Don't be that guy.
Oh, yeah. We got a guy over here who got busted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's doing D.O.Ts for $50 out of the front seat of his truck. He never got out of his truck. You just walked up to him, you hand him $50, he'd sign some papers and hand you the sticker. You go put it on your truck yourself. He never got out of his truck.
See, it sounds great and all, but then when there's an accident,
His name is on that paperwork.
that's right.
Okay? He signed that paperwork. 4 days later, this truck can't stop and runs over a family in a minivan. Okay? And they find the brakes is shot, wore out. Okay? They're gonna kick the driver to sleep. But then the next thing they're gonna do, they're gonna come look for this guy that signed that paperwork and said 4 days ago that truck was fine and safe to operate. See? Then he's cooked. His job, his life is over. Because they're gonna fine you into unconsciousness if they don't lock you up. Because you falsified records. You lied. And you just can't do that with these things. It's the implications of what may happen. It's the what ifs that kills people. What if? See, he was doing inspections from the front seat of his truck.
It's crazy.
Whatever they did to him for that, he had coming. See, at least get out and look and make sure that the tires are good, the brakes are good, it's not gushing oil, the lights work and everything. It's got 10 lug nuts holding it on. You have to, a few things has to be done. You just can't say, oh yeah, give me $50, I'll give you the paperwork, you know, you pass it out the window. That's no way to do things. And for that, I don't think he has a job anymore. Me, myself, I wouldn't want somebody like that working. And he runs a regular mobile service. I don't know what kind of work he does, but I know he got fried, caught on camera, doing DOTs out of the front seat of his truck. He never got out of his truck.
Craziness.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
But, hey, there's folks out there that just look for the easy way out. All he had to do, you watch me, he's followed me around with a camera. This is not like it's, you know, busting your back work. You just walk around and look at it and look at the main things and check it all out and have a keen eye to pick out details and find things that really just don't look right. And if they don't look right, spend a few more minutes looking at that and find out why it don't look right. See? And maybe it can be fixed real easy. Maybe it needs to go to a shop and have some surgery done.
But I'm telling you, people, it's a lot easier getting some surgery done when you're parked than when you're in the middle of the road on an interstate.
That's
and you're
right.
getting towed.
When you're in the middle of Wyoming and there's nothing around for 50 miles and it's going to take 4 hours for someone to even get out there to tow you back. See? If they'd have done a proper inspection at your last stop and they looked it over real good, you'd know then. Now it's going to be days. You don't even know when. And astronomically amounts different in the costs. See? So a lot of drivers don't like doing this. They like giving that guy $50 and him handing him paperwork out the window. But they don't even know. Maybe there's no brakes on that truck, you know, or they're really subpar. They're down to nothing.
No, I hear you, Terry. But
You know?
overall, it's like one of those things where, you know, I really appreciate you. I think people that do care, or especially new to the business, just making sure that, you know, this is almost something great to look at when you're buying a new used truck.
I probably do 25 or 30 pre-purchase.
You guys do that at your shop?
We did at our shop.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because if you You as a driver, you're looking at this truck, you want to buy it.
Uh-huh.
See? But you're a driver.
Right.
You're not a mechanic.
Right.
Okay, you look at it and you're like, oh, wow, it's nice and shiny, looks good, radio plays great, the motor sounds good. That's about it. See? So they call me. And I show up and I come out and I do what we call a pre-purchase inspection, which is a lot of times what I call a paperless DOT.
Got you.
Okay, we don't fill the forms out, we don't do stickers, but I do everything. I look at everything as I would a normal DOT.
You think I could follow you on one of these? We might have to ask Matt, but you think I
You
could?
can find the next one that I get when I get called to do, and see it. We call them pre-purchase inspections.
I think that'd be a great segment for people.
Because a guy like you want to know more about is this truck really worth what they want? Okay, is it? Don't know. There's all kinds of things that they got hiding. They make it spray paint it, make it real pretty and shiny and flashy, polish the wheels. And your eyeballs never go no further than that. See? Well, when I come up, I don't care about the shiny paint and the flashy wheels. Is this truck going to be safe to use and operate? And is it worth, my idea, is it worth the money that they're asking? Or have they band-aided and masked?
You ever tell people, whisper it, walk away?
I have. I really have.
You're like, hey, man, walk away.
I have. I felt bad for everybody, but I'm like,
not for that price.
you really don't want this truck.
I heard that.
I said, I see too many things wrong with this. I said, maybe if half of what they were asking, I said, then you'd have the other half to fix what I see wrong. And I go around and I point out 4 or 5 really bad things, drive shaft shakes up and down, or the transmission's gushing oil. I said, all of that's cost thousands of dollars to fix, and the average driver doesn't notice, doesn't pay attention. Maybe he just don't know.
Yeah, no,
That's where my job comes in.
This is going to be an exciting segment, Terry.
For a small fee.
Right.
You can call me and I'll show up and I give the truck a look over and I certify that it's an okay truck. There's nothing broken. And we look it all over. If you don't believe the mileage, I have electronics that I can look in the truck's computer and we can verify the mileage.
You know what? This is going to be great because I'm going to bring people from the Asian My Show. And then, they go through your service. And then we start filming it and check it out. That'd be great. I think it's probably got to be more comfortable to do it when they want to buy it from a dealership versus a private party. Because a private party, they're not going to want you to film all their stuff.
Right.
Unless they feel confident, real confident.
Unless they're real confident the truck's quality.
That's a good sign right there, though. If they don't want it filmed. But some people
if
just
they don't mind.
Yeah, if they don't mind.
If they don't mind.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because that should be a red flag.
That's look.
That should be a red flag.
I'm actually getting a sticker on for once. No, I'm just kidding. I get it on, but I usually have to fix some stuff before I do.
That should be a red flag. Anybody that doesn't want a professional pre-purchase inspection performed, that should be a red flag.
I heard that.
Because why doesn't he want it really looked at close by somebody that knows what they're looking at?
That's a good flag on its own.
That's a red flag on the play. Because why? Why don't he want me to look at it?
Hey, I'm gonna bring more people in, and guess what? I'll start doing. If my guys, not that they can't afford it, but they need to save some money, I'll pay for it for them. We'll film the segment.
And he gets a sticker.
For once. I appreciate you, brother.
Circle gets a circle this time and not a square.
You better stop with that, Terry. I appreciate you, brother. And, thank you to Cummings Leasing. I appreciate you, Matt, out there. Appreciate you, Dave, appreciate you guys just for letting us film this. This is organic. This is not a sponsored video. You guys already know. I don't, you know what, Terry? Everyone wants to always put me in a box and sponsor me. And I just want to hang out with friends.
And this is unrehearsed.
Yeah. No, people love you already. I love you, Terry. That's why.
he called. I pulled up. He told me that he'd be available between 12 and 1 today.
I mean, I did ask the owner to be nice.
And you got to give me a window.
Okay.
Because like that, between 10 and 1.
Okay.
Because that gives me a 3-hour window because you never know.
Yeah.
I can't ever tell you, yes, I'll be there at 11:30.
Okay.
See? I can't make no promises. And I never make no promises on that.
Well, at least you're
because you never know.
No, I heard you.
The phone might ring right now.
Yep.
And saying we got to drop everything we're doing. I got a 911 on the turnpike.
Got you.
Okay, and that will take precedence over.
Can we do road calls together? I gotta ask Matt.
You can ask Matt.
Oh, that'd be cool. How great of a segment would that be?
I just took one in Lantana for a blowed up motor.
That'd be great.
Driver says there's some strange knock in the engine. I get there. I'm like, whoa, you ain't driving this thing nowhere. You're done.
Really?
Big puddle of oil on the ground. Yeah, he roasted. He ran without oil.
We'll just ask the driver if they're okay with me filming. But besides that,
Besides that,
you know, I could blur out the face because it's more or less helping drivers to understand. So thank you, sir.
But we got a ProStar Eagle that's going to make it this time. No shots fired on the play.
Hey, I appreciate you, Terry. Shout outs to anyone. Shout outs to anyone at home, brother.
Oh, my wife and kids.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. This is me during the day. Y'all wonder what I do to pass the time. Got to pass the time somehow.
I love it. I appreciate you, man. I got a lot of love for you, Terry. Thank you.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.